Hey, what's up guys? It's Drewski back with another Monster Hunter Riders video, and today's video I'm just gonna go over some tips on beating Hellblade Glavenus. I think at the time of recording this is only about a week left of Hellblade Glavenus. For those of you who haven't beaten Hellblade Glavenus and gotten the 5-star egg, I'm just gonna share with you guys some tips and things to just keep a reminder of when fighting Hellblade Glavenus. There's a lot of mechanics that he kind of has, so hopefully maybe some of this stuff will help you. So first off, let's talk about what monsters and riders that are recommended to bring. So definitely bring riders and monsters that can buff. Valentine Shino, I personally think Valentine Shino is really good in this fight. If you don't already have her, the banner is still available, so I would definitely recommend you trying to get her. Hellblade does nullify any defense down, so don't worry too much about bringing debuffs. And also bring riders and monsters that can heal and cleanse. They're definitely needed for a safer run. Water riders and water monsters are definitely recommended, as he has full weakness against water. Hellblade Glavenus also does have a weakness against ice. So you could also bring ice riders or ice monsters, but you definitely want your main damage dealer to be water, just so that they can make the most out of that weakness and do the most damage. So the main mechanic that Hellblade has is that every few turns he'll go into a blast state, and that's like his powered up mode. When he's in that state, you're gonna want to try to either water blight or poison him. Doing so will reduce the damage you take from Blast Blade, and there's less of a chance that he'll give you Blast Blade. Now, I feel that Poison is probably a more reliable status to give it, as the poison damage will help you chip down his health every turn. But if you do have high invested Water Riders, then Water Blight should be more than enough, honestly. Also, for the party passive, I definitely recommend Ryuzoji's party passive, because not only does it increase your water damage by 18%, it also reduces blast damage by 25% when it's fully upgraded. So that's definitely really good for survivability. And also, of course, with decorations, the more decos you have with SP boost, the better. It's just easier to get to your skills faster. If you're a newer player, you might be thinking, I don't really have access to these like newer water riders or these really good monsters that are no longer really available for me to go and get. Let me bestow upon you some forbidden knowledge, kind of a forbidden jutsu, if you will, an advanced technique, if you will. See this guy? His name is Masoud. And Masoud is an interesting rider because on the surface he doesn't seem impressive at all. He's level 80 locked, he's a support generic rider with nothing outstanding really. That is until you see some of his skills. See, Masoud is able to buff the team with a wisdom buff at a very low SP cost. This is actually better than Celine's team-wide wisdom buff because it also heals the team. So with the ability to wisdom stack, heals are going to be a lot stronger, and this will for sure improve your survivability if you don't have access to, you know, stronger riders or riders with good heals or good decorations. So all you really need to do is just pair him up with like a really tanky or a really high level invested monster, and you'll be doing pretty good. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I came up with this idea of wisdom stacking, because I didn't. This is actually a tactic used by a fellow Monster Hunter Riders YouTuber by the name of Mien Games. He's a Japanese Monster Hunter Riders YouTuber, and he'll usually do these kinds of minimalistic resource runs for these types of harder fights. So I definitely recommend you go and give him a watch, give his stuff a watch. Despite, you know, his videos being in Japanese, you can still pretty much get the idea of what he's doing or what he's talking about. For example, this video that I'm displaying right here, he uses Masoud and some pretty easy to get riders. And he's doing this run with very minimal decorations. He's only using like a few SP boosting decos, and that's only on like his DPS rider, who's Isai, it looks like. So yeah, definitely give his stuff a watch. His stuff is very informative. Even if you can't really understand Japanese, you can, like I said, you can still kind of get an idea of what he's doing. And maybe drop a sub to the homie if you like what you saw. That's pretty much it. If you wanted a more in-depth guide or wanted some more information, I definitely recommend you visiting Kami Game. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Kami Game is like the website to go to if you want Monster Hunter Riders information. It's all in Japanese, but you can just auto translate with Google if you're on browser. You'll pretty much get the idea of what they're talking about. Also, if that's not enough, you can always join the Monster Hunter Riders Discord. I'll leave a link in the description, of course. You can go there and, you know, ask for help or some recommendations or whatever, right? So yeah, with that out the way, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope some of this helped you in any way. And if it did, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And I will see you later.